In Europe, only 2% of the venture capital goes to women-led
Only
startups,
2%?
while women are half of the task force. It's very important that public funding is in place to replace this lack of venture capitalists.
I'm aware that there's a white paper that Empowomen presented, right?
Yeah, to support women-led deep tech startups, and not only in the widening areas, but all across Europe.
Happy Women Entrepreneurship Day.
Happy Women's Entrepreneurship Day.
Can you please explain us a little bit about the latest of women entrepreneurships, startups, deep tech?
Yeah. On one side, I find it that it's very important that we have celebration days like these ones, but then you wonder yourself, why do we need a celebration day for women entrepreneurship? Mm-hmm. And that you can find the explanation on the market itself. So when we go to look at women-led deep tech, in particular startups, they only receive 2% of the venture capital. And when women represent half of the workforce, and we want to have a very innovative and to boost the economic system of Europe, we therefore need to support women-led startups as well.
Does Pluto has programs that work with deep tech?
We do have 3 programs that work with particularly women-led deep tech startups. Mm-hmm. And one of them was Empowomen, where we have funded and accelerated 25 startups, women-led deep tech startups coming from the widening areas. We are also part of Women TechEU, where we have supported 160 startups from all across Europe. Again, women-led deep tech. And we also have Open Horizons call opening this Thursday, 20th of...
Yes. Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars. Where there is an open innovation process when corporates release challenges, deep tech or digital challenges, and we select the best solution amongst the women-led deep tech startups.
What do you think it's the overall impact and legacy that Empowomen leaves in Europeans' deep tech environment?
Well, a very concrete one is the 25 startups that they have received the funds and they have received the acceleration program. Actually, the beneficiaries, they appreciate very much the mentorship sessions, the pitch readiness sessions, and the matchmaking. But not only that, we have also raised awareness on the ecosystem about the needs of this type of companies in their area and region. So there is a call for more public funding and more programs supporting women-led startups.
What barriers are still needed to be addressed in the European Union regarding women-led deep tech startups?
A very clear burning point is the funds and the investments, basically the money to be able to grow and to scale up. So in Europe, only 2% of the venture capital goes to women-led
Only
startups.
2%?
Only 2%.
Oh my God.
While women are half of the task force. So therefore, there needs to be actions on both sides. On one axis is a very clear women-led startups need funds. Mm-hmm. It can be with public funding. And on the other side, there needs to be an awareness towards the investors to gear them or to steer them towards the women-led startups. Because women-led startups, some data say that they are more successful than male directed companies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that there is not a single explanation for that. It can be some research say that women handle risks differently, maybe more efficient, or that the companies, by the time that they reach the first funding, they are already more mature because there are not such an amount of investment accessible for them at the early stages. So that's why it's very important that public funding is in place to replace this lack of venture capitalists.
There's a white paper that Empowomen presented, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, it was a very interesting exercise that we performed comparing the economic growth of startups that were accelerated with public funds with startups that were highly ranked, so they were very high quality proposals, but that they were not funded because of budget constraints, basically. So, and there we saw that the startups that accessed the public funds, they had higher growth, higher employment growth, higher revenue percentage growth as well.
Tell me a little bit about the key lessons and challenges that you guys in Empowomen experienced.
Well, the main lesson learned for us is the acute need that there is still to support women-led deep tech startups, and not only in the widening areas, but all across Europe.
Which elements that you guys provided in the project came out to be the most transformative for startups?
When you talk to the beneficiaries, by the way, they are all amazing women. They highlight the mentorship and the investment readiness sessions as the most transformative and more helpful for them. So it's also the visibility that being part of a European project gives them in the European ecosystem. That's also very much appreciated, and the contacts and networking that they can do amongst themselves.
Any final thoughts? Okay, so if I'm a women-led, if I have my own startup, a women-led startup in deep tech, and if I want to know more about funding, where should I go? Where should I look?
So there are 12 policy recommendations in the white paper, and one of them highlights the one-stop shop information for funding as a best practice to be implemented in Europe. And we have started at Explorer with our first initiative, that is cascadefunding.eu, where somebody or a startup can find all the cascade funding calls that are being published. So it will be the first entry point to this type of funds. Well, if you're a woman thinking about launching your initiative, we will just say go for it, talk to your ecosystem, check the funds available, and look at the other women that were successful, get inspired by them. And if you have any question about Cascade Funding, you can contact us.
So thank you so much, and happy Women Entrepreneurship Day.
Happy Women's Entrepreneurship Day.